platform. Some of you probably heard about our platform, which is global, which is our Internet of Things platform. Is that working? Which is a global-based platform, and there's one in Melbourne, there's one in Dallas, and our third one is underway in Athlone. Now, attached through to this platform, it has included in it all of the elements that you would require to build an Internet of Things solution, to build an ecosystem. It's got analytics, it's got connectivity, so it has all those elements. But I think the most exciting thing that we're doing at the moment is launching what is called the marketplace. Our marketplace involves being able to have solutions that are for enterprises and solutions that are for developers as well, so that they can come through together. One of the biggest problems that we have within the cyber-physical world is how do we build the ecosystems? If we have a look at the moment, I mean, one of the major challenges that are facing everybody within it, if we start off within cyber-physical security, how do you actually ensure that your data remains secure, that you can match up your data within there, that your devices are secure, that your applications that you are bringing on are secure as well? The only way of doing this is taking it through even that old-fashioned term of an end-to-end security piece. But it is vitally important that everything that you bring onto your system, particularly within manufacturing, where you may have other considerations with clean rooms, with hazardous areas, it's vitally important that all of those areas are taken into consideration and that we build a solution around your requirements. The second area then, I suppose, we start to have a look at it, okay, so you now actually get some slides. So I suppose the second area that most people are very concerned about would be the whole area around their data management, their data protection, and where they hold and where they host their data. So how many people within here have already had a look at the whole cyber-physical security area and the data area? No, we're just right at the start of this. So how many people have started to build some form of automated connected solution within their factories or within the marketplaces? No, not yet. Okay, so this is a good place to start. With a lot of the factories that we have enabled globally, worldwide, there are different areas with different elements. The automated processes within factories now have allowed a lot of factories to say to move from areas which are low cost from China back through to Ireland and back through to Europe. But it's the automated processes that have driven down a lot of those costs because it's no longer dependent on manual labour. So it's how do you actually take those areas from, whether it's robotics, whichever is actually on the automated line, and turn that data through analytics into something that can help to drive more efficiency and drive better design. Most of you probably don't know, but we've been quite involved in a lot of the car industry, and so heavy industrial end manufacturing, which is where a lot of this actually started from. Because within industry, there are the areas where you can see the greatest savings and the greatest efficiencies in the heaviest of industries. So they started a couple of years ago. But the issue from there was that they had a lot of money. They could build bespoke, siloed developments for other areas. For other areas within the manufacturing, we built on a lot from there. We understand that the ecosystem and evolving that whole area of cooperation is what is going to drive innovation, what is actually going to drive the new experiences and the new build of the mashing of these data and the data sets. Have any of you thought about how many of you are going to be giving away or exposing any of your data sets out for solution builds or out through for analytics? No. So within the data set environment and the analysis of that through an analytics platform, are you eventually ready? through the analysis of this is what is actually driving the greatest efficiencies within it. So is anybody actually using an analytics platform yet? For the analysis of your data? We're just about to. So in terms of that, this is where you start to see as to what's actually happening behind the whole business intelligence. Have you taken that from the whole automated floor, or have you taken it from one area specifically within your manufacturing plant?
We'll do several sources. So we have a lots of business logics, there's that platform, and
Yeah.
we have a manufacturer's platform.
Just to start to bring those through together and just see what's happening. Okay, so eventually we have slides. Okay. Alright, so if we have a look at what is within this area, we've spoken about analytics, we've spoken about some of the areas around connectivity. Around connectivity platform, some of you will have connected up through Wi-Fi, through broadband, some even within satellite, some within mobile, all of the different areas of connectivity that run through a hub. And normally what will happen is within your factory you've probably got some areas that are connected up through Wi-Fi which will flow through a gateway which will gather all of that data within the hub which will then run through to the analytics environment. So within the platform services that we actually have here, you've got the self-service portal, which is where you actually set up your own dash. This is who you want to receive what analysis within some areas. So for some of them, the CEO may want analysis in everything. The factory manager may want analysis in different areas in terms of finance, what areas, who receives what information. Developer SD and connections in the SDK. This is because within your environment you will have maybe perhaps some internal developers or external developers will start to build solutions. So you'll pose the questions that you have. This is what I want to have a look at, this is what I want to address, this is the process that I actually wish to make more efficient, and tell me, how do I do that, how do I build it, and how do I bring together some of the elements as you mentioned early on. Because having each of those working in isolation is not going to give you the analysis of the big picture that you require overall for your business. So, okay, this is, talk about that, then you have different elements in terms of billing services, which you may require if you were doing manufacturing specifically for one customer on one line, which you may want to see in terms of how long has that taken, what is the efficiency within there. And you also may now, as we move into the new business area, start to have a look at if you've made that process more efficient and you've produced that faster, that you get some part of the gain on the upside belong to that as well. So there's at least 6 or 8 new business models that are coming into this whole space as to how you work. And some of them will work for you now, some of them will work for you later, and some of them we will start to introduce on a per customer, on a per client basis. So these are the professional services that actually go with it. Now this is our marketplace. This is where the ecosystem within manufacturing or within any of the areas actually exist. So we discussed the need to start to build the ecosystem within here. So what does the ecosystem look like? So you've got other enterprises, other partners which will come in, and other enterprise customers. You've got localized then instance, which in this case would be Ireland, and in your case then would be a further breakdown through that for manufacturing. We've got 3D application developers, which will either develop for you or develop for your partners, or in some cases we will help them develop ourselves. So within the areas of within our marketplace, as to say if you built a manufacturing solution here and you want to actually to monetize that, you think, right, okay, we've built it, we've built it in partnership. How would you then take that through to other markets? How would you take that out globally? It might be of something that you think that you could sell, you pay money for. So what you do is you develop it, you deploy it, and then you could either decide to expand it out through to another country yourself if you were expanding your business, or offer it out to another similar manufacturing plant and sell that solution on the marketplace. Within the marketplace, and if you're going to come in here and have a look as an enterprise as to what solutions exist within manufacturing for the specific areas that you're looking for, come in, you'll do a search, you'll integrate it as an enterprise through into your own area, and then you will deploy it within your business. These are the application development tools that are there. So, does anybody have any questions as to how the ecosystem starts to get built, or how, this is a really quick, I know, overview, but how do you start to put the ecosystem together? How could you enable this yourselves? Any questions about the ecosystem? Okay, so that is the end terms of slides and an overview. If anybody would like to find out or to discuss this further, I'm sorry we had so many technical problems to start off with at the beginning, I would be happy to talk to you about how you could utilise the platform for the benefit of your solution for your business. Thank you.